This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Yes. The infamous Iron Sheik
Story?
car wreck.
Story that
Adventure.
lasted over 2 days?
Yes, but we'll talk about that at Kowloon so Carlito can hear it. But with after I told you the Iron Sheik car accident story,
yes,
you told me one that I thought was just as funny.
I doubt it.
About the horse.
Yes.
Tell the fans about the horse.
You want me to tell the whole story right now? It's a long story. I mean, if I tell it right.
You got to tell it right.
All right. So, you'll appreciate this, I'm sure, because you've been on the independents, and this is part of why I love the business, because I can tell the story and people that are in the business will go, yeah, that could happen.
Of course.
If I tell the story anywhere else, nobody believes it. So several years ago, I went to an independent show in South Carolina and showed up at the venue, which was a National Guard Armory, really early, because of course the hotel wasn't open, where you could check in. So, they flew me out at Black 30 like some other people do. And, the owner of the promotion is about 5'5". He's got the black mullet that he's dyed. He's got the stringy goatee, and he's got a cowboy hat on all the time. And he's got the big drum, and he calls me over and he goes, hey, I need to talk to you. We got a situation. Now, when I hear that, you automatically think I'm not getting paid, right? So that we're not going to have a situation for long because we're going to correct this. So I go, what's the problem? He goes, well, I don't want to offend you being a former WWE superstar, but we got ourselves a kind of a situation here. I said, well, just tell me what it is. And see, this is why it takes so long, so you can appreciate what I went through. And he goes, well, this is kind of our WrestleMania. And I said, yeah. And he said, you being a former WWE superstar, I don't mean no offense now. And I go, no, I get it. What's the problem? I mean, is there an issue with the money? Oh, no, we sold this sumbitch completely out. And there were chairs everywhere. I mean, it was packed. And I said, well, what's the problem? Well, no offense, you being a former, I said, yeah, WWE. He said, I know. Well, this here, it's our WrestleMania. And me and the boy and his son looked like him, but maybe 3 inches taller, just younger. And he said, me and the boy, we was tag team champions. I said, really? I am shocked. He goes, yeah, and this here, it's our WrestleMania. And I go, yes, I know. What's the problem? Well, I don't want to offend. I said, no, you don't want to offend. I'm WWE superstar. I got it. Right. Yeah. What's the problem? Well, me and the boy, we got us a hell of an entrance. And I just don't think you're going to be able to follow it. Would you be willing to go on earlier in the card? I'm like, really? That's it? So I'm relieved. You know what I mean? I said, brother, you can put me on first. I don't care. But I'm just curious, what's the entrance? He goes, well, me and the boy, we got us a cowboy gimmick. I said, I never would have noticed because you both wear cowboy hats all the time. We was going to ride horses to the ring. And I went, you're kidding. He goes, no, this is our WrestleMania. I said, yes, I know. That, I think, is a fantastic idea. Now, I'm thinking of the story of the MidSouth Coliseum, immediately goes through my mind, of Bill Dundee riding the motorcycle to the ring, the spotlight hits him in the eye, and he pops a wheelie and takes out 3 rows, right? Then, when I'm in Australia, I see some guy, and he's on a brand new Harley, and he's like, and I go, hey, that's a nice bike. He goes, yeah, it's my buddy's let me ride it out. I go, oh, that's great. I said, you might want to be careful. Again, thinking Bill Dundee. I've got my hand on the clutch. It'll be fine. I go, okay, mate. So he's revving it. He pulls out and pulls up by the ring, and he's revving it. And then some guy gives him a beer. So he starts drinking the beer while he's still got his hand on the clutch. Some little kid reaches over and goes, like that. And he goes and drops the beer and reaches with his left hand, pops the clutch, shoots into a wall. So I've had my experience with animals, as everybody knows, with the Kennel from Hell, which was brutal. So I can only imagine what's going to happen with horses. So I'm like, when are you on? Well, we's on 9th, you know, this being our WrestleMania. I said, please, I'll go on right after intermission. So there's nobody else there like you or somebody I can communicate with and talk to. So I'm like a kid on Christmas. I'm like running around the rest of the afternoon like, you know, hey, when the horse is going to get here? When the horse is going to get here? And he's like, well, you awful interested in these horses. I said, you know, and I don't want to stooge it off. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm just never seen that before. Now, I said, how are you going to ride the horses a ring? This is where I thought the problem was going to be. He's got the you know, the rails, and the son's going to ride down to the ring and go to the left. And the dad's going to ride down to the ring and go to the right. Now, where the hell are these horses going to go? Because how are they going to get them out of the ring area? Right. Because they can't back them up.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is going to be awesome. Little did I know how awesome it got. So, and I'll speed it up, or I'll try to. So, the show starts. I'm starting to freak out. No horses. I'm starting to get a little hot because I'm like, I'm really getting disappointed. There are no horses. He's like, they'll be here. It's all right. It's no problem. Intermission, back door, you know, because it's summertime. Big, giant trailer pulls up. And I swear to God, Carly, I've never seen huger animals get out of this trailer. Giant.
Are the Budweiser horses?
They were enormous. They were gargantuan. So I'm like, oh my God. Oh, they're here. So I could not have gotten that match done quicker. I didn't care. All I wanted, hit him with the head, 1, 2, 3, let's go. So, and I got a chair, and I sat down right by the curtain. So I was on 6th. Yeah. I've got 7 and 8 to go. Everybody's got to go 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you know, got to get their shit in.
Yeah.
So I can cuss, right?
Oh, yeah.
Good, because I need to. So I'm like, get the fuck out of the ring. There are horses in the back. What are you doing? You can do it in the locker room. We have horses, right? Because they're out there walking back and forth. I'm like, oh my God, these things are enormous. So 6 goes through, 7 goes through, 8 goes through. Here comes 9. I'm like, yes. So there's an upstairs. And so Dad starts coming downstairs. He's got the black tights with the horseshoes on them, the cowboy wrestling boots. He's got the singlet with the butcher top, so his man titties go out to the sides. He's got the black duster on, the black hat on, got some chaw in his mouth, got the biggest tag team belt I've ever seen hanging over his drum. Son right behind him, dressed the same way, 3 inches taller. Got chaps too. Got the whole thing, black fingerless gloves. They're awesome, right? And his son's got the bull rope, and I'm like, this is tremendous. So Black Bart is somewhere wanting to shoot himself right now. So they bring the horses in to the National Guard Armory. It's important that you remember we were in a National Guard Armory. Why is that? Well, I'll get to that here in a second. Have you ever rode horses?
Yes.
When you take them off the dirt, what do you have to do when you put them out on like pavement?
Well, you got to take the
iron shoes off.
Yeah.
Well, apparently somebody didn't get that memo. Somebody did not get the memo about switching the shoes out on when you bring them out on pavement, especially on what are floors normally in a National Guard Armory. Highly polished cement, like ice. So I don't know. I don't realize this. I've rode horses. I didn't pay no attention. Pull the horses in. Dad gets up on the horse, and I watch the horse's ass go like that. And I'm like, what a fat bastard. He just about broke the horse down. So the son gets up from behind him, and then the strains of Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive start to play. And the horse trots up, you know, walks up, and he's right there by the curtain waiting for the right song. And I swear to God, I'll never forget this. He puts his hat up, and he looks at me, and he goes, watch this. Like, I'm not going to miss it, right? He goes through the curtain, about 5, 6 steps, the horse's feet, all 4 of them go like that. I'm like, what the hell is that? And the horse just like a cat. Like it wouldn't move. And he's like, you know, and everybody kind of went, but they, hey, okay. So, and the people that own the horse are back here just chatting, not paying attention. So the horse goes click, 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 like that again. I went, and I look back at the people like, is that normal? And they're just not paying attention. And the son's too busy polishing his belt. So the horse has stopped. It does not want to move. And the people have kind of gotten that weird kind of like, hey, something ain't right here type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the dad because this is his WrestleMania, kicks that horse in the ribs. It goes ka-chook, and takes about 3 steps and goes and takes a bump. Boom! The dad rolls off. The horse goes to stand up, slips again, falls down, made out some weird screaming sound, and then proceeds to shit and piss everywhere. And I'm not kidding. The more it tried to get up, the more it like projectile shit and peed. Just, I mean, I've never seen that. I didn't know that a living animal could have that much excrement in it.
The body,
It's
yeah.
shitting everywhere. And it's liquid shit. It's just going crazy. And now it's like, as it's getting up, it's kicking it, it's flinging it. And the dad's standing there trying to hold the animal. Now the owners are like, what the? And they come running. People are getting shit slung all over them. It's as if the building's on fire. They're screaming. There's in a panic. People are putting people in front of each other. Shit's hitting them. The chairs are getting knocked over. People are running out of the building. Get the fucking horse. They get the horse up. They get it calmed down. They get it in the back. The building's empty, completely empty. Shit's everywhere. I mean, just everywhere. They're just spread. It's like wildfire. They walk back. He walks back in his hat in his hand. And, I mean, he's covered, just covered in piss and shit. And then I looked at him. I swear to God, I looked at him. I went, "You're right. I couldn't top that." And I just walked off laughing.